From the Fight Now TV studio, it's time for your news hits.
What's up, fight fans? I'm Bridget Trong, right to Las Vegas for the final words from Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Robert Guerrero. Both fighters went toe-to-toe at the MGM Grand before their big showdown on Saturday night. Now, it's been a very eventful road leading up to the event. $20 million was spent promoting this particular fight. Here are the fighters' last words before Saturday's showdown.
You guys talk about this is Floyd Mayweather's home. We're doing a home invasion. And like Bob said, that O got to go. Richard, you're saying records are made to be broken. May 4th, Floyd Mayweather's record's going to get broken. He's going to have his first loss. And better believe that, because I'm ready to go, and I can't wait.
Team Mayweather done a tremendous job. And that's what it's about in the sport, matching the best with the best, you know. And to go down as a Hall of Famer someday, you got to fight the best fighters out there. And at this particular time, he's one of the best out there.
All right, pretty standard presser. Enter Robert's father, Ruben, who injected the press conference with a shot of life in the form of a verbal attack on Mayweather. Here's Ruben and Floyd's reaction to his tirade.
And we're going to beat up that woman beater, the one that beat up his wife, man. His wife in front of his kids. You guys like that? Like this guy, woman beater? He must have learned that from his dad. Woman beater, baby. We're going to beat that woman beater. See how he's going to like it. He's going to give it from a real man.
I'm a lot older. I'm a lot wiser. You know, if I did do a crime, if I did or I didn't do a crime, I served the time. And it's about being classy. You know, I was wild when I was young, but I'm a lot older now, a lot wiser. And I know what I bring. You know, I know what I bring to the table. I know what I bring to the sport of boxing. And I've been here 17 years now. And the thing is to go out there and continue to rack up victories and give the people excitement.
Well, a lot can change in a year. All right, to the cage, where the summer event schedule is now official, with Bellator 96 leading the charge on June 19th. The start of a four-man light heavyweight tournament takes center stage, as well as a lightweight title fight. Michael Chandler puts his belt and undefeated record on the line when he meets tournament winner Dave Jansen. Chandler hasn't fought since January when he submitted Rick Hunt at Bellator 95. Meanwhile, the fugitive is rolling, having won 6 consecutive fights under the banner. Over to the UFC, where Chael Sonnen is not going anywhere. No, the 3-time UFC title challenger has announced that he will continue on with his fighting career. Sonnen says he will stay at 205 pounds, though he is open to a catchweight bout at 195, similar to what Rich Franklin has done recently. And it didn't take long for Sonnen to aim the crosshairs at a new foe. Chael called out Vanderlei Silva and says the two have some unfinished business. No response yet from the axe murderer, though he is without a fight at this time. There's a fight brewing. Now, despite his manager Mike Hogan's thoughts, Roy Nelson says he's down to fight Daniel Cormier next. Ariel Helwani recently reported that Hogan wants Nelson to face Mark Hunt if the former Pride star loses to Junior Dos Santos at UFC 160. But Big Country took to Twitter to say, if I have to go through DC to get my belt, I will. Nelson most recently extended his win streak to 3 with the first-round knockout of Czech Congo at UFC 159. Meantime, that may have been the last time we see Congo in the octagon. The hulking heavyweight and the UFC have reportedly agreed to part ways. Congo was offered a 4-fight contract prior to UFC 159, but he turned it down. The two sides could not agree to terms of the deal. Congo leaves with a record of 11-6 and 1 record in the UFC. Well, with UFC 159 in the books, UFC 160 is the next pay-per-view on the docket, and that fight card is now set. Here's the 12-bout lineup. Cain Velasquez defends his heavyweight strap against Bigfoot Silva in the headliner. Gray Maynard and TJ Grant clash for a shot at lightweight champ Benson Henderson. And there are your prelims. A welterweight tilt between Mike Pyle and Rick Story was added today to finalize the event. UFC 160 goes down May 25th from Las Vegas. The women's champ of the UFC continues to blow up. Bantamweight champ Ronda Rousey is one of 4 athletes to land on the cover of ESPN as part of the magazine's 15th anniversary. Here's a look at the cover, and she's with some great company. Robert Griffin III, Bryce Harper, and Blake Griffin also have their own covers. Now, this is Rousey's 2nd time on the cover of the ESPN magazine. This issue hits newsstands Friday. That does it for this edition of News Hits. King of the Cage Empire is coming up next, as are every night a different fight feature. Now, don't forget, you can follow us online for all the latest news in combat sports. Thanks for watching.
I'm Dan Henderson. You're watching Fight Now TV.